Hi, this is John. I'm recording this video for Shoo-in stock pitch competition, and I am recommending Facebook. So, Facebook, about Facebook. Facebook is a online social network service that you can connect with people, whether in your school or you like, and to contact with them. So it has currently 1.04 billion daily active users on average for December 2015, and its website launched on February the 4th, 2004, and headquarters in Menlo Park, California. Its share price is currently trading at $116 by last Friday, and which is it's also public stocks up to average 191.55% since May 18th, 2012 on its IPO date, and recommending a 1 year position in Facebook for a target of 150 price. And there are two major catalysts for Facebook, which is the first a VR market, and it's about the one of its subsidiary Oculus VR, and its product launch was on March 28th, 2016 for its Rift, and also the possibility of entering China for because Facebook's CEO Mark Zuckerberg shows like series of efforts trying to get into uh, China, especially the PR is increasing for the frequency and the company profile. So Facebook, its market cap is $315.99 billion, and PE ratio for 2015 is 85.86. Share outstanding is 2,845 million outstanding. And current CEO is Mark Zuckerberg, which is also the founder of Facebook. Several company headlines. On March 28th, one of the subsidiary Oculus launched this Rift, which sold for $599 for each. And also, Facebook stock gains on bullish Evercore notes. So Evercore published a bullish opinion for stock for FB right after the launch of Oculus Rift. So and also Mark Zuckerberg recently posted a picture on himself running through the Tiananmen Square in China, Beijing. Uh, some summary of the financials. First, the projected revenue for year 2016 is $25,560 million, and with the increasing gross margin expectation, also nearly doubled EBITDA and nearly tripled net income. The EPS is also expected to be grow substantially to $3.17 per share. And here's the industry overview. So Facebook is right now in the industry of internet services. So along with the famous company Amazon and Google, so the total market capitalization is 1.1 trillion for the industry, and also the industry's revenue is 420 billion, EBITDA 252 billion. There are three main tech companies, but their revenues coming from different places. For Facebook, its main revenue is from advertising, as you can see on the graph on the right. The revenue on advertising is for Q4 15 has grown substantially, which reached the $5,637 million. And also Facebook is, well, that's only like 3% of the total advertising market that Facebook is having, so the company still has a huge upside potential. Also, notably, there's a 45% increase on reported advertising revenue in Q4 2015, as you can see on the right of the graph. So there's still lots of like spaces for Facebook's revenue to growth. Also, there are 1.14 billion monthly active users by December 31st, 2015, and there's 3 billion personal computer users in the world, and the number is still increasing. So, still for the user basis, there's still huge upside potential. Uh, and on the graph here, you can see that the Facebook has growth outnumbered the industrial average, and also the slope of Facebook is steeper than the S&P 500 index. So actually, Facebook beats the market. And for the first catalyst, which is the Oculus VR. Oculus is founded in 2012. It's based on Irvine, California, and the CEO of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, made an acquisition in the year 2014 to buy the Oculus VR, and ever since it's become one of the subsidiary of Facebook. Right now, it has a series of products that related to virtual reality and virtual reality services. On March 28th, it just released the newest product, and right after the release, by March 31st, it has over 3,600 orders, and the virtual reality market is basically no competition right now. Lots of companies like HTC and Sony, they are developing their own VR gear, but right now Oculus Rift is the only product they have on the market. So that's a huge advantage for first mover advantage for Facebook. And also, the Oculus company, the company itself, has extremely low company debt and strong free cash flow provided by Facebook. As for the market, the virtual reality market is, according to Statista, is about to be $5,000 million by the year of 2018. So it's relatively huge market that could help for Facebook's overall market share. And so the second catalyst is the possibility of entering Chinese market. As this is actually an open secret for that the CEO Mark Zuckerberg is trying to get Facebook unblocked since it's been banned from China in year 2009. And actually, through we can see here it's a timeline of the Mark Zuckerberg's effort. With his effort, indeed, he's increasingly important towards the Chinese government, and he's seeing more and more important people inside the government, including the chief for propaganda and the President Xi Jinping. There are definitely barriers to enter in China, but it's not actually off the table for Facebook. In fact, there are several ways that Facebook can attempt to enter the market. The first one is to amend the version for the Facebook itself to satisfy the government's needs, and to create actually a special version for Chinese for Facebook users in China. And Facebook also can establish a joint venture to cooperate with local IT companies like Tencent or Renren, which is also a social network. company, and to using their influences and to bend around strategies to open a new social platform, a social network platform. And the reason why we want to enter China is because it's extremely profitable. And 1/3 of the mobile and PC users are in China, and it's a very ideal place to, including sell the products for VR, Oculus VR. And so this is a comparable analysis. There's probably only one direct competitor that operates very similar than Facebook. It's Twitter, and Twitter, they're actually different in missions and different in user base, but overall it's a smaller version of reflection of Facebook. However, through Twitter, we can see how how successful Facebook is, uh, according to those core comparables. And ever since IPO, the Twitter's stock price has been declining, and rather, Facebook is actually increasing because Facebook is diversing itself rather, and Twitter is not. So overall, there's no huge and important competitor for Facebook right now. And also there are investment risks coming from both income and the expense. And for definitely there are actions for governments to restrict the access of Facebook. That could be a limitation um, for the user growth. And so also the loss of marketers, which is one of the major sources of Facebook's income, and also failure to retaining the existing users, because a user is the actually a representation of the profitability, because the more users Facebook has, and the more exposure that their marketers advertisers have. Uh, so this is the realistic version of the discount cash flow analysis, and I calculate the projections with revenue increase of 40%, 40%, 30%, 30%, and 20% in year 2020, which is a pretty realistic considering the size and the company and the projection of professionals I showed in the third page. So it's a conservative, realistic analysis for discount cash flow, and so the total share price is determined to be $150, and exit multiple is 20, compared to the 37.7 average for the Facebook. And also the implied EV divided EBITDA ratio, it's 14.4. It's relatively low considering the industrial average. So Facebook, to wrap up, Facebook's valuation implies relatively realistic expectations, and those are the situations that without the two catalysts, with the potential incomes and the revenues growth from the VR market, which means the Oculus VR, and also the Facebook's possibility to enter China. So without those two possibilities, and the stock price is still $150 using DCF analysis, and with if one of these potential catalysts happened, and it will definitely increase the valuation for Facebook. And also Facebook's margin is the gross margin is increasing as an annual basis, which is showed a strong trend also for the operating margin. Uh, Facebook outperforms the overall industry in profitability and also the stock prices. We did run a comparative analysis, and also its competitive factors and the endless efforts exploring the new market, as its CEO Mark Zuckerberg showed. Uh, the one thing I really like about Facebook is that it contains uh, uncertainties, and also it contains possibility of the future. I mean, compared to Hilton, Hilton is a company that's very certain, very solid, that you use liquidation analysis that maybe has like undervalued, but I think Facebook is a company of the future because it exploring more possibilities. It keeps looking for the new trends of the future that well it will definitely contains those possibilities, or that definitely contains the profitability of the new market. And I would like to end this presentation with a quote from Mark Zuckerberg. It says, some people dream of success while others wake up and work hard at it. That's the spirit of Facebook, and also that's the spirit of the CEO. And I'm not telling that you actually trade this firm, but I'm recommending to invest and believe in this company that it will bring us a brighter future and also a better income in the future.